Hey y'all, Dr. Trehunna. So today we're going to talk about the main reason why you have some form of belly fat. You ever seen a woman or a male, for some odd reason, he's skinny everywhere around his body, skinny arms, skinny legs, but he has a pudge, or she has a pudge, and she don't even got a kid. What we're going to talk about is why you possibly may have a pudge, why you have belly fat, and what you can do today and start utilizing so you can go ahead and get rid of it.
Hey guys,
My name's Michelle.
Nita,
Sarah.
Peyton, Talia,
Jazz.
Marquita,
I'm a physique.
Product.
Period. You love to see.
Why are you having belly fat? That's your body's signal to let you know that you're starting to become insulin resistant. What is insulin resistance and what does that even mean in the first place? Every single time you consume any type of food, your body excretes something called insulin. What insulin does, it literally disposes of the glucose that's in your system. Nowadays, because Americans are eating a SAD diet, which stands for a standard American diet, a Western diet, we have a lot of foods with simple sugars and starches. Your French fries, your donuts, your Starbucks, etc. And what's happening in real time, your cells are starting to become resistant to the signal take in this glucose. Why is that a problem? When there's too much glucose in your system, your body already knows this is toxic. Once your cells realize that, hey, there's too much insulin in the system, or it's too much glucose in the system, and I already took in as much as I can, I'm full, I cannot store any more energy, we're gonna block the signal. I'm gonna become resistant to it. Let's say me and you is about to go on vacation, right? And we pack in this suitcase. Now, you know a lot of women naturally tends to overpack a little bit. They gotta pack every single thing in that closet in this little ass suitcase. So now you pack and you pack and you pack and you already know the limit is 50 pounds. And you get to a point where you try to pack 10 more different outfits, but you literally have no more room in that suitcase. So what does that mean for you? Either you have to get a new suitcase, which means you're gonna pay an extra $50, or you just gotta take the L. And you can try to stuff it in a little bit more. It's gonna get to a point where your suitcase might break. Same thing applies with a cell. Your body's always receiving glucose because you're eating 4 to 5 times a day, right? And every single time you eat, your body is excreting, or your pancreas is excreting something called insulin. And that's the signal to say, hey, this glucose that's around you, suck it in. But then your cells getting full of energy to the point where your cells like, hey, well, I know you want me to put more energy in here, but we literally do not have enough room. So we have to go ahead and block this signal, close up this cell. But now, because the cell's closed up and there's so much glucose in the system, your body's still like, hey, well, we still gotta dispose of this glucose, so let's go ahead and excrete more insulin. Maybe the cells is not listening, not knowing that the cells are full. Now your body's like, hey, we gotta get rid of this glucose because it's literally terrorizing our arteries, our capillaries, our red blood cells. Let's just go ahead and shunt it to the liver. And what your liver's gonna do is gonna convert this new glucose into triglycerides, which is what? Fat. Guess where your liver is hosted at? Right here. Your body is lazy. So guess where your body is gonna basically store it at? Around your stomach. That's why we all seen a man who was skinny all the way around, skinny arms, skinny legs, but if he drinks beer all day, what does he have? A beer belly. That's why all your girlfriends or the brunch queens that you know who says, oh yeah, girl, I gotta drink a glass of wine every single night, or they go on here and brunch every single weekend, their stomach is never flat. Why? All the food that they choose to have, or all the drinks that they choose to have, a lot of sugar or alcohol within the first place, your body's gonna have to store that somewhere, and it's gonna store it here. So, if you're starting to notice that you're getting some form of belly fat, that's your body letting you know that it's starting to become insulin resistant, which basically is the first sign to metabolic syndrome. What is metabolic syndrome? High blood pressure, high triglycerides, high bad cholesterol, high waist to hip circumference. So you're starting to notice that you can't fit in your clothes anymore. You're starting to get belly fat. And now you have a high fasting glucose. Why do you have a high fasting glucose? That's your body letting you know that, hey, we keep producing this hormone called insulin and your cells are not listening. So we're just gonna let this glucose run rampant within your system. So if you're noticing that you have some form of belly fat and you're saying, hey Trey, I don't eat a lot of sweets, so I don't know why I got any belly fat. Watch out for the fruit. Fruit is nature's desserts. It is still a type of sugar. And this form of sugar is called fructose. Okay? So if you're somebody who drinks a lot of alcohol, 9 times out of 10, you're going to be more prone to have belly fat. If you're somebody that eats a lot of fruit, oh, okay, well, I don't eat a lot of fruit, but you drink a lot of smoothies, you're drinking them naked smoothies, you're going to have a little bit more belly fat. If you're eating a whole lot of sugar and bread and a lot of simple sugars, donuts, cheesecake, ice cream, brownies, bread, rice, potatoes, starches, you're going to have a little bit more belly fat than somebody who's not. And that's because you have your liver working a little bit more overtime than the average person. Everything happens for a reason. There's 2 different types of fat. There's subcutaneous fat. That's the fat that you can pinch on your skin, right? And believe it or not, this one is not that bad. So you can have a lot of subcutaneous fat and be totally fine. That's why we've seen sumo wrestlers, right? But if you actually look at the average sumo wrestler, because they're not eating a whole lot of crazy things, they're just overeating, they're in a caloric surplus to obtain that mass and that size, you can still somewhat be metabolically healthy and you still got a little gut or you still kind of on the chubbier or thick side. But if you're starting to notice that your fat is going in this direction, not this direction, that's the issue. And that's going to cause metabolic syndrome. That's going to cause some form of pre-diabetes, pre-hypertension, etc. Cardiovascular disease. All right. So if you're noticing that your body is changing and not in the way that you want, what you need to start doing is make sure you start working out, moving your body a little bit more, and you got to switch up your diet. If you're not working out, you don't need starches. The people that you see on Instagram or online that's eating starches, they work out. 1 + 1 = 2. If I utilize this energy, my body's not sitting on this energy. Because I'm actually utilizing this energy, I'm burning it off. Versus me and you, I'm eating this energy, I'm sitting on it. I'm sedentary. Because I'm sedentary, my body got to do something with this energy. So guess what? We're going to store it for a rainy day, which is what? Fat. And 9 times out of 10 is going to be the fat that you do not want. Okay? It's not going to your ass. It's going to the front. All right? So hopefully y'all learned something today. If you're noticing that your body is changing and you're starting to notice that a lot of fat is going to your front, that means you need to go ahead and switch up your lifestyle and switch up your diet. Hopefully y'all learned something today. That's your reset tip of the day. That's going to be Stay Snatched all the time. No, in the summertime. Talk to you soon.